Hey there, pasta people, your perfect nightmare here. First off, I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. Second, I want to apologize. I'm really sorry I didn't have a video up last week. I'm not sure if any of you follow my Twitter, but I mentioned on Twitter that on Saturday my boyfriend was in a car accident. He was unharmed, completely fine, but he needs some emotional support, and I really wasn't in the right state of mind to be working on a creepypasta. So I'm really sorry I missed that, but I have a holiday pasta here for you. I hope you guys really enjoy it, and just thank you so much for being so patient with my almost non-existent schedule this past semester. I've been going crazy with work and school, and you guys have just been so understanding. It means so much to me that you still come back week after week to check out my videos. So thank you so much for that. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you all had amazing holidays, and until next week, I'll see you in your nightmares. Today is 2 days away from the anniversary of my niece's death. No one knows how she died except for her mother, who passed away recently, and me. I don't know who to tell, but I need to tell someone. Not like anyone would believe me anyway. They just locked me up. Like they locked up my sister. And I couldn't blame them. I hardly believe what happened to myself. Bethany was going to be 10 years old the day after Christmas the year she died. She still believed in Santa. I thought she was too old for that shit, but her parents thought it was cute. They did everything they could to keep her from realizing that it was all just a lie. Bethany loved Christmas and Santa and elves and all of that. She used to tell me about this elf that would hide in her house. I thought her parents must have been hiding a toy elf or something, but I asked them about it, and they said they didn't have any elf dolls. I thought they were just joking, or that Bethany was letting her imagination run away with her. That is, until Bethany's stories about the elf started getting much stranger and darker. One night, she told me she woke up to the elf sitting on the dollhouse next to her bed, watching her, with his empty glass eyes. And after that, she told me that the elf turned bad. She said it would move around the room, making strange noises while she tried to sleep. And she told me that if she ever tried to get out of bed, the elf would run towards her and bite and claw her feet and ankles. The elf, she said, had too many teeth that were long and thin but not pointed, and she told me that its nails were long and sharp, like claws. Of course, I didn't believe her at first, but then she showed me the numerous bite marks and scars. The bite marks were normal human-sized, but very deep, and definitely with more teeth marks. That's when I started to worry. I didn't believe in the elf at that point. I thought maybe she was doing it to herself. I thought she might have been mentally ill. I wish I was right. I told my sister my concerns about her daughter, and she was worried too, so she found a psychiatrist for her. I thought that would help Bethany, but as Christmas came nearer, she seemed to get worse. I was staying over at my sister's house for Christmas Eve, and Bethany asked me to sleep in her room to protect her from the elf. I said yes. I thought that it was a good idea so I could figure out what was going on with her. Maybe she was biting her own ankles in her sleep. That night, Bethany woke me up and asked me if I would get her a glass of water. She didn't want to get up because she was afraid the elf would attack her. I didn't want to leave the poor girl in there alone, so I told her she had to come with me. She didn't want to come, but I wouldn't let her stay. I should have listened. Oh God, maybe she would still be alive if I had listened. Maybe it's my fault that she died. When we got to the door, I saw it. The elf was tall, with strange teeth and blank white eyes. I thought I was imagining it, so I turned on the light. It didn't go away. I know I should have tried to leave, but instead, I tried to take a picture of it. As soon as I did, it started to run at us so fast that I could barely see it. Everything happened so fast. Bethany, who had been standing so still, pushed me out of the room so hard that I fell to the floor. The door slammed shut. All I could hear was a voice screeching so loudly, I could hardly hear Bethany's screams. It sounded like the voice was saying Merry Christmas, but it wasn't pronounced right. It sounded like Christmas. Anyway, I was trying to get back into the room, but the door was locked. I tried to kick it down, but I wasn't strong enough. I ran into the kitchen to find something to break the door as I called the police. They thought it was a joke. I don't understand how they couldn't hear the screaming, and how the hell did her parents not wake up? I found a brick and decided that was good enough to make a hole in the door or something. Suddenly, I heard a ripping sound, and the screams and screeches stopped. I cautiously opened the door, which was somehow unlocked, and the walls, and the bed, and all her toys and furniture were bright red, soaked in Bethany's blood. On the floor, the elf was hovering over Bethany's corpse. It was split in half vertically, and the elf was wearing her intestines around its neck and eating them. I screamed louder than I had ever screamed before. Bethany's mother finally came out of her room and saw what had happened. She didn't even make a sound and just stared at the horrifying scene. We closed the door and put things in front so it wouldn't open. Then we went into the living room to wait for the police. When the police finally arrived, they questioned us and her husband, who hadn't heard a thing. I couldn't say anything. It was like a dream, so unreal. I just sat there staring into space. The only one who told the police what happened was my sister. The police removed the barricade from the front of Bethany's room, but when they opened the door, nothing was there. The blood was gone, the elf, Bethany, everything. The room looked completely normal, besides snow blowing in from a window. Everything was gone, like magic. The police started a search party. They thought she ran away. After everyone left, I stood in her room alone and cried. I heard the sound of bells, and then I heard the elf whispering, "Merry Christmas." I ran out of there. It's been a year now since Bethany's death. After Bethany died, my sister's mental health began to deteriorate. She boarded up the doors and windows of Bethany's old room. She never slept anymore. We found her trying to cut open her stomach several times, and we had to have her live in a mental hospital, where she ended up killing herself by making a noose out of her bedsheets. Now, I'm the only one who knows what really happened that night. Everyone else still thinks she's missing. I don't go near that house anymore. I can't bring myself to talk to Bethany's father, but I don't go near that house anymore. And I can't bring myself to talk to Bethany's father, but no matter what I do, I can't forget what happened. I can't. I can't. Sometimes, I still hear the elf's voice at night, and I'm afraid it's going to kill me next, just like Bethany. It's almost Christmas.